everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are finally in the winter solstice. It's starting to feel like it out there, but we have a great show tonight. 2021 has been an amazing year for Topic Time, and we're going to be wrapping it up next week. And we have an awesome show tonight. Like I said, before I get to the guest, we're going to read these great underwriters, and then we will proceed per usual. So, we got Auto Country, king of the used car in Abington, number one on the dealer raters list in Massachusetts. We got Squids Ink Tattoo in Pembroke. We got Lynch's Towing Auto Cycle and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. We got Pacini's Pizza in Middleborough. They deliver. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got Carver Jewelers, Ronald Aaron Liley, Delano Goldsmiths right here in the building. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got Manny's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got the Cornerstone Barber Shop in Pembroke. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got Sweezy Fence Erectors, LLC in Whitman. We got Auto Town Auto Glass installed in Abington. We got 10th District Brewing Company in Abington. They're a new one. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Big Lee's Automotive in Abington. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got Tom Auto in Middleborough. We got Maggie's Cuts in Kingston. We got Britton Tire Service in Brockton. We got Dave's Automotive right on Route 58 in Hanson. We got Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We got Doggy Boutique, all-breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next-door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington, right here on Route 58. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, dedicated to your Second Amendment rights. We got Eastern Fitness and the Village Shops in Northeastern. We got Speedy Oil Change in Abington. And we got Joe's Diner in Taunton. And I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, I will now introduce Mr. John Klanian. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Okay. He's a creator of fine jewelry, and we have some here that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how we got into the industry. And, John, I want to thank you for coming up here from Rhode Island, the biggest little state in the Union, to do my show.
And thank you for having me, Harrison.
Okay. All right. Well, so you live in Newport. We had a great discussion the other day about how you can get to Newport without having to pay the $4 toll on the bridge each way.
Exactly. You go over the Saconnet Bridge from 24. And
Through Fall River.
Right. And
Okay.
Fall River, which is 24.
Right.
Route 24, go over the Saconnet Bridge, and it's free of charge.
Cool. Each way, coming and going.
Coming and going.
I'll have to remember that next time I get down there.
No tolls.
No tolls. That's beautiful. Okay. All right. Well, so you're a proud jewelry maker, but you just said you started this business like 6 months ago, right?
To launch most of this 6 months ago, to 8 months ago, we just started advertising online. It's hosted by Shopify. The name of the company is symboloflovejewelry.com.
Okay.
And we come out with new pieces all the time that are added on to the website. Most of our jewelry is made by hand.
Okay.
We added colored stones
Does
to
that have
it.
any? Are you part of that, making it by hand yourself?
I used to be. I'm
Used to be.
not. I'm not anymore.
All right.
I have it done for me.
Okay.
My people do it now.
Got it. Okay.
Because you just don't have enough time in the day
Right.
to get caught up in the factory and also promote your line.
Right,
Your
I understand.
Your collection.
Okay, so look, what I do with every guest is I try to find out, I profile them as kids and find out what they were like, where they grew up, how it got to where they're at, because there's always an interesting chain of events for everybody that I interview. That's just kind of the way life works. So tell me what you were like as a kid. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Rhode Island?
Actually, I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay, so you did.
I went to Providence schools.
Okay,
I took 2 years of almost 2 years of Johnson and Wales.
okay. And what did you
During-
take?
during-
What kind of courses did you take at Johnston and Wales?
Business,
Okay.
actually, business courses. During that time of going to school and going to college, I had a part-time job casting jewelry, which was costume jewelry in a factory.
Okay,
And that got me through my spending money to put gas in the car and whatever it needed, and to get around.
okay.
So that was my part-time job.
Got it.
Besides having a couple of other jobs, that was my love job.
I understand.
And I made very, very good money doing that.
Okay,
and that catapulted me into the jewelry business.
I see. Okay. How long ago was this? If you don't mind my asking, just
Well,
ballpark it.
About 45 years ago.
Okay, that's what I figured. I see you know novice when it comes to jewelry. You've been at it a while.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that must have been fun. Did you work for someone else or did you?
Oh
do
yeah,
okay.
I worked for someone else for quite a while, and then what happened was when I was in Johnson and Wales, I got picked up from a New York firm
Okay,
that hired me for sales.
for sales for jewelry.
Sales for jewelry, yes.
Okay.
And at that time, I was in costume jewelry,
Okay, and what exactly is costume jewelry compared to what you do now?
precious metal.
Okay,
Well, costume jewelry is made out of copper, brass,
okay,
stainless steel.
right.
The cheapest metals that are available make up costume jewelry, and the reason why I didn't want to continue my own personal line in costume jewelry is because I wanted to have something that had an intrinsic value that people could be proud of. So I made everything in sterling silver and special order 14 karat gold.
Wow. Okay. So basically, the jewelry you make now is more valuable than costume jewelry.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
at
it
least
is.
At least speaking.
Because it's all sterling silver, whether
Right.
it's gold overlay over sterling or genuine sterling look.
Yep.
And what I do, what I did is, because it's a unique line, and it's a specific line, and I really needed to think about how it was less possible to get knocked off in the jewelry business where other people can make what you're making. So what I did was I came up with the name Symbol of Love. It's registered and trademarked by the United States Trademark and Patent Office in Washington, D.C.,
Okay.
and the pieces are copywritten. So the only way you can get this product is through Symbol of Love.
Well, that's great. Okay, so it's unique.
It's unique.
Yeah, good.
And
That's
how
awesome.
I got started with this is being in the costume jewelry. You know, when somebody makes something, and I don't know if people remember this, but you know, you had the mood ring years ago.
I do remember.
You had the pet rock.
Yeah, I remember.
You know,
Pet
you
rock.
had a lot of different types of jewelry that sold
I didn't
well.
know. I didn't know the pet rock was considered jewelry. I thought it was more of a gag gift.
It was, but it was jewelry
Really?
because you wore it around your neck.
You
and-
did? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I used to tell this joke that I was going to go take my pet rock for a drag. You know, like you take your dog
Yeah,
for a walk, but
exactly.
the rock doesn't have legs, so you take it for a drag.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
say that in high school.
Well, but, you know, you
I
wrap.
didn't know you wore it around
You
your neck.
wrapped it, you know, and
Yeah.
there was also a pet fish or something that they made years ago, and before you know it, everybody made it.
Okay, right.
Even though you might have come out with it, Harrison, if you owned a factory,
Right.
and before you know it, 5 other guys are making it.
Evidently, it never got patented then.
No,
Okay.
no. It most of the time, factories didn't bother with trademarks and copyrights, and
Are there any that think that regret that now?
possibly,
Yeah. okay.
possibly, you know, you don't patent jewelry. You
Okay.
trademark it, the name, and you copyright the
Okay.
piece.
Right.
A patent is more of a mechanical type of, like as if you were going to build a radio
Okay.
or a TV.
I understand.
You know, that you would patent. So I didn't. My fear was to get knocked off. Not that this couldn't get knocked off, but
Right. What do you mean by knocked off?
meaning somebody would make it
Oh, I see.
exactly the way it is, or change it so they think that, you know, they can't make it. But because it's such a unique project, the chances are it would never happen. But how I originally got started with making something was I hired a girl from Rhode Island School of Design,
Okay.
and I had ideas in my head, and she was talented and clever enough at Rhode Island School of Design to put it
That's
into
RISD.
RISD,
Yep.
yes, that's
I had
RISD.
a guest on my show that went there at my eastern location back in the spring.
It's a wonderful school.
I know,
It's a
I've
wonderful
heard.
school,
Yep.
and the kids there are very talented.
Yes, she's an artist too.
In their own way, exactly. And what we call renderings, took it from my head, put it
Yeah.
on a piece of paper, and then a model maker made the first piece
Okay,
by hand.
right,
And that's how this collection was born.
cool. Do you do anything with diamond jewelry as well?
I don't put any diamonds in my jewelry. Every single piece in this collection has a cubic zirconia stone.
Okay,
It's crystal, emerald, ruby, sapphire, and amethyst.
okay,
And you can order it in any of those colors, most of the jewelry. It's not all available in 4 colors, but the majority is.
right.
So if
okay.
anybody wanted to go online and go to symboloflovejewelry.com, they would see what is available in colors and what's available only crystal.
Okay, cool. Now, I noticed you have a list of features for the jewelry, like anniversaries, weddings, Valentine's Day. You told me you were guiding me with that. So tell me about. I mean, you must get a lot of orders for them.
Yes,
for those
with
things.
this particular guide, you have Valentine's Day, you
Right.
have birthdays, you have Christmas, you have special occasions.
Okay, careful the mic. Don't hit it.
Which
Yeah.
means could be an anniversary
Right.
gift,
Okay.
which is part of a special occasions, Mother's Day. I haven't launched it for bridal yet, but it would be a great bridal gift.
You haven't? Gee,
I
would
have
think-
not. I have not.
Wow.
Because I'm not I'm not ready to jump into that arena just yet.
Well, I would think that would be the most prominent one for jewelry.
Well,
Wedding bands.
you this could be an engagement band. It
Oh.
wouldn't be a wedding band
Okay.
because you have a cubic zirconia in it, unless somebody wanted a diamond, which I can accommodate.
Oh, that's right. That's what makes it. That's the difference. is
that's the
is-
difference.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
But I can accommodate almost anything that anybody wants, which is special order on my website.
Right.
There's a special order for that, and I would get back to you, with a price and how you want it.
Right.
But basically, the reason why I haven't jumped into that arena yet is because I'm not ready to jump into the bridal arena,
Okay.
which would be a good, bridal bridesmaids gifts.
Right.
And somebody wants to a bride give a gift to their groom and so forth. And I'm not just ready to jump into that because it's new.
Right. It's new. What
It's-
you mean for you? It is.
Launching this is fairly new.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
Launching the collection, so I how many arenas can you jump in at one time?
Right. Okay.
Because-
Well, yeah. Okay. Right.
Every time you jump in an arena costs a lot of money
Oh,
to
yeah.
do it right.
Exactly. Okay.
So I want to make sure I'm ready to do it right for bridal.
Okay. So how will you know when you're ready? What do you got to do to make yourself ready?
Well, you
Get ready.
need extra stock. You need to talk to people in the bridal business who might want to carry it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like maybe a David's Bridal or other bridal stores.
Okay. So you sell the retail stores? Is that it?
I can sell to retail stores, yes. There's one retail store that has it in Newport, but if any other retail store wanted this, it's priced on a wholesale level for the stores.
Okay.
Right now, you look on the web and it's all retail
Right.
only. But I do have wholesale pricing for stores that might want to carry it, and they can pick and choose what they want to carry along with the displays.
I mean, David's Bridal is a pretty big store, right?
Well, I haven't gone to them just yet.
Okay. So is that what you do? You go to different stores?
I would call different stores to try to make an appointment
Okay.
with the buyer who buys a category, and then, make an appointment to try to show them the line, and then they tell me what they, would like, and then I accommodate them the best I can.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think your percentage of wholesale retail to wholesale sales are?
Well, because it's fairly new.
Yeah.
My retail sales right now are very good,
Okay.
and my wholesale isn't quite there yet because it's when I was starting off in the business, there were plenty of independent reps that would carry the line and then go to these uh, stores to sell them wholesale.
Right.
But today, they're almost non-existent. You have very few, if any, independent reps left.
Well, why is that?
Well, because the cost of doing business is so high,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's so expensive to travel
yeah.
that
Okay.
independent reps, most factories went direct,
Okay.
and that's why it's almost like a lot of the factories aren't around anymore because they couldn't afford to stay in business. There wasn't enough people to sell.
Okay. So would you say that right now you no to use kind of an off color colloquialism, diamond in the rough in terms of
Exactly,
okay.
exactly. That's very, very good, Harrison.
Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, you're absolutely
I
right.
come up with these every now and then.
Yeah,
That's what I
no,
do.
you're
Okay.
absolutely right. But
Good,
I mean,
that's good.
This is in because it's new, and when I had all this made, this is what I have in mind. To sell to bridal,
Yep.
to sell online, special occasions. You're looking for a special gift. This is it. And not only is the jewelry speak for itself, I have here the Symbol of Love booklet tag.
Okay.
And in this booklet tag, generically, talks about somebody's walk through life.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And with every piece of jewelry, you get a booklet tag, and you get a beautiful white box, and it gets delivered to your home, usually within 3 to 5 days.
Oh, okay. So you do deliver it. You send it like Amazon.
No, well, we are on Amazon, and we are on.
What did I say? Did I say Amazon?
Walmart.
Who's the people that deliver the packages? Aren't that? Isn't that
Well, it's
Amazon?
either UPS, USPS, which is Postal
Okay.
Service. You could get it FedEx. I generally ship USPS, United States
Oh,
Postal
all right, the mail,
Service,
right.
and through the mail
Right,
because
okay.
it's just as quick as anybody else.
How many people do you have in your staff at your place in Newport?
In my place in Newport, I have 3, but I have outside vendors who make all this stuff
Oh, right. Okay. How many? About?
for me. How many people totally?
Well, yeah. If you can.
Probably about 15.
Well, that's not bad.
No,
Okay.
don't forget, I'm not a big company yet.
Right. But that's what you're seeking to become eventually.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Cool. Okay. All right. So when do you? Let's say somebody. But I'm still thinking if somebody's engaged and they want a wedding ring, they're gonna find the person that has it, not you, if you don't have it yet, and you're still in.
Well, I have an engagement ring.
But, right. But let's
If
say
you
they're
want to
already
turn
engaged.
that into a wedding ring, I
Oh,
can
okay.
I can put a diamond in it for you,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden it's a wedding ring if that's the type of ring you're looking for. The original ring that was developed, because I have unisex rings, I have unisex necklaces.
Okay.
Okay, but this was the original ring that I came out with the symbol of love, and it's more or less a gift that you would give somebody, not necessarily to be engaged.
Okay. Just because you're in a romance.
If you're dating,
Right.
right? If you're married,
Tell me something. Who composes your symbol of love cards? Do you have like a special person, or do you do that?
well, actually, 4 of us got together over a glass of wine,
Okay.
and we developed how the cards should read.
Okay.
Okay, obviously the front of the card, symbol of love. It's all made in the United States, in the USA, primarily in Rhode Island. Everything is made here, literally.
Except we're not in
Carve-
Rhode Island, but I know
Carver's
what you
like
mean.
Rhode Island.
Right.
I mean, we're right here. The chain, the piece, this.
Do you have a different card for every piece of jewelry?
No, it's the same
Same
card.
one. Okay.
And because I was meeting you today,
Yeah.
in addition to the line that we have already
Yeah.
in our collection, all these hots in silver and gold is part of our new collection coming out in the next week or two.
Okay, well, it's a
So
perfect
these are
timing then.
brand new. These are all brand new. That's not even on the web yet.
Wow,
So our first hot that's on the bust is what we have right now, including hot earrings and but this
those
is
hot necklaces look great, the
yeah,
gold ones.
they're brand new.
Yeah.
They're brand new with the gold overlay and the sterling silver. Now, if I could, and we have enough time, I'd like to point, one fantastic feature about this
Go
line.
for it, do it now,
Okay, thank you, Harrison.
no problem.
The feature of this line compared to most lines out there, and I think the general public of your audience will understand, is that all these pieces, every single piece that goes out of my factory is plated.
Okay,
And it's plated with a hard anti-tarnish coating. And the reason for that,
is that like a shellac,
well, it's a little bit different, but it's on that idea
tarnish maybe?
of the old days. They
Right.
used to call it shellac.
Okay.
Well, today they have the hard anti-tarnish coatings
Okay.
that they use, and it's on every single piece of my jewelry. It's not only plated, we have a hard anti-tarnish coating on it. So, you know that when you buy, most people buy sterling silver in 14 karat gold or 18 karat gold, within the course of a 30-day period, whether it's in the case or out of the case, it's looking a little bit dull.
Oh, okay,
So you have to take like an eyeglass rag
yep,
and wipe it down, and all of a sudden the shine comes back.
well, what do you wipe it with, just a dry rag, or do you add something to
Well,
it?
you know what you wipe it, how you clean your glasses?
Yeah, with water usually.
No, with that kind of no, the cloth.
Yeah, with cloth, but usually what I usually do is run it under the tap and then take.
Well, when you're talking about jewelry, you can't run water on jewelry.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm
So
asking, because I don't know.
it's-
I don't have jewelry. I don't.
Right.
I'm not in that
This would
situation.
be a clean eyeglass rag or
Okay.
a jewelry rag,
Right.
and they wipe it so the jewelry looks bright and shiny. With the Symbol of Love collection, you don't have to do any of that.
Okay.
You wear it. It's got a hot anti-tarnish coat over the plating,
Okay.
which is the plating in itself is hot enough,
Okay.
and you will not have any tarnishing problems at all.
That's great.
So that's the unique feature about what I'm selling, because I don't want the customer to have a lot of headache into maintaining the jewelry.
Of course. Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes.
Oh, terrific.
I know we made it.
That was quick.
It's always quick. We always, because we have fun when we do the show. And I hope you had fun talking.
I certainly did.
All right. So, like I told you before we started, what I'd like you to do is look at the camera with the red light and give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. Just condense them. Talk to your people, your staff at the store. She's here too. Your friend you brought.
I would like to thank everybody for watching Topic Time with Mr. Harrison. And
Okay.
And thank you for letting me make my presentation with my Symbol of Love collection. And if there's anything I can do for anybody that would like anything, please call the number online and you will be accommodated the best that we can.
All right.
If you need anything for Christmas, which is pretty much almost over, but really, Valentine's Day is around the corner, and we can accommodate most all orders for Valentine's Day.
Okay. All right. Well, if you had a good time with me, what I'd like you to do, and if you know anybody that has an interesting story to tell, even customers at your store, have them, send them my way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. I get a lot of guests to word of mouth.
Well, maybe if I'm lucky, you'll have me back,
Well, that's possible, but but that's what I mean by I'd say for instance, you have people in the store. Everybody I'm sure you seem like a personable guy. I'm sure people that come into your store, you connect with them pretty well. You talk to them about what they do. If you have anybody that's say maybe you have a beautiful girl comes in, she's a model. I mean, that's what I'm kind of leaning toward. But you know, guys too, if they have an interesting story to tell, whatever, athletics, whatever. There's plenty of athletes in Rhode Island. I know it's a state that loves its sports. And
It is.
right.
It is.
I know it is.
Well, we have a lot of colleges in Rhode Island,
know you
and
do.
that's the reason why sports is so hot.
My publicist was from Providence.
Oh,
too.
really?
He lived there. He still lives there. He used to stack my shows up on IMDb, and then he showed me how to do it. So we still keep in touch, but he doesn't do the shows like that he used to, because he needs time for writing, and he's also a writer and a filmmaker.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Well, you did a wonderful job. You got a great presentation, and I'm sure people are going to be inspired by Symbol of Love. And it's wonderful. And the best of luck to you in future endeavors.
And thank
the
you
show.
for having me. Thank
Okay.
you.
Now, do you have anything, before we wrap the show up, do you have anything on the horizon coming up that besides anything that you've mentioned that you want to mention or not? It's okay.
No, as far the only thing coming up
It's
is
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and any special occasion
That
that
you
you
have listed
feel
on
as
that.
though,
Placard.
right, it's
Okay.
listed right on this platform. Please feel free to call the company or order online.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, are you ready to wrap the show up the way we began it with my tune?
Thank you very much. Yep.
Okay, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye-bye.